Good morning and welcome to the Morning Drive on Providence Television International. My name is Edna Caesar Garrick, and very quickly let's take a look at the dailies for this morning. And Daily Trust, the front page, striking headline there says, Hardship, I'm committed to sustainable solution, Tinubu. And there's a rider to that effect which says, Country whining war against insecurity unveils plan for 30-day youth confab. Leadership. At 64th Independence, Tinubu admits economic struggle calls for patience, defend fiscal reforms, says inherited bad economy, declares we will survive this one. Government orders call for patriotism, unity, and you get the details of these on page 4 on the leadership. EFCC misses annual report deadline, arraigns Taraba ex-governor Ishaku. NAF probes Kaduna bombing, insists location was terrorist enclave. The Guardian, Nigeria at 64, economic hardship, political rift overshadows celebration. You get this on page 6 on The Guardian. New CJN Akpabio Mukhtar sets agenda for Kekere Ekun. Fubara APP insists on local government poll escorts, stops INEC from releasing voters' register. Independence, Atiku, NLC caution politicians against undercutting democracy. Bobrisky, federal government sets up panel to probe NCOs amidst denials. 64 years on, time to reset Nigeria for real growth. Tinubu highlights gains prospects, embarks on national youth confab. October 1st protest is unconstitutional to confine protesters, Lagos lawyer tells government. Vanguard protests, police talk tough, organizers allege intimidation. Nigeria at 64, with President Tinubu, our nation will rise again. The Daily Times, Nigeria at 64, NLC, PDP, Atiku bemoans state of polity. Nigerians must continue to demand accountability from their leaders. This is coming from NLC. Resist APC's totalitarianism, exploitation, PDP tells Nigerians. At 64, Nigeria lacks political inclusivity. Free, fair election, says Tinubu. Tinubu swears in Justice Kekere Ekun as CJN pledges to preserve sanctity of judiciary. 64th Independence, IGP orders watertight security nationwide. UBA achieves 40% earnings growth to 1.37 trillion naira, declares 2 naira interim dividends. Troops eliminate 8 terrorists, rescue 40 hostages. This is coming from the army. 64th Independence, Middle Belt minorities demand sessions from North and others. Nigerian Tribune, October 1st, IGP orders watertight security. And the writer there says vows clamp down on miscreants. NSCDC deploys 3,500 personnel in FCT. NHRC warn against excessive use of force. Count restrict protesters to MKO Abiola Stadium. 3. Other venue in Ogun, Metropolitan Square in Kwara. Protesters say no going back. Bobrisky, federal government inaugurates panel to probe NCOs. Prison Deputy Controller says the suspension was a social media suspension. Petrol subsidy will bankrupt Nigeria, Omokiri warns. Calls for understanding. Half year, UBA grows earnings by 40% to 1.3 trillion naira, declares interim dividend of 2 naira per share. Nigeria at 64, PDP, NLC, PANDEF, MBF, Atiku, Agba, Koba, Okori, others speak on way forward, lament missed opportunities. First news, 64th Independence Day celebration, IGP orders maximum security nationwide. Major highways event venues fortified against potential threats. Defiant Shaibu snubs Edo government, warning inspect project as deputy governor. Unyielding organizers insist on October 1st protest despite northern coordinators withdraw. Dangote Group to transport refined products by sea eases road pressure. IPOB wants Indigbo to shun Independence Day celebration. Alleged 528 billion naira fraud. EFCC vows to probe defense minister. Afenifere vows to mobilize against militarism in Nigerian politics. 15 million naira bribery scandal. Bobrisky a no-show as drama unfold with VDM Adeyanju at rep hearing. Rivers local government election must hold October 5th. Fubara declares amid courts. Daily Sun, Nigeria at 64, tales of frustration, despair, distress. The older you get, the more frustrated you become. This is coming from the senior citizens. Nigeria on brink of one-party dictatorship, Atiku wants. Hold federal government responsible for another strike. This is coming from ASU. Bauchi governor writes Tinubu demands investigation of intended pilgrim arrested for alleged banditry. We are winning war on terror, banditry, Tinubu. Nigeria at 64 with President Tinubu, our nation will rise again. The Punch, Nigeria at 64, we must reform or collapse, Tinubu. CSOs vow to go on with protests. New Telegraph, Tinubu to Nigerians at Independence Anniversary. I am deeply aware of your struggles in these challenging times. Fearless October protest shut down looms. Nigeria at 64, I feel like weeping, says Okiro. Daily Independence, 64 years of chasing exclusive golden fleas. Revive nationalism in defense of democracy, PDP tells citizens. Nigeria on the brink of one-party dictatorship, Atiku. Despite challenges, be hopeful, Jonathan urges Nigerians. Poor policies slowed aviation sector growth in 64 years. Nigerian News Direct, pressure mounts on Independence Day as Nigerians protest hardship twice in 2 months. Will not be deterred, Sowore vows as police deploy personnel. No procession rally will be allowed in Abuja. This is coming from the AIG. Article 1 of democratic erosion says Nigerians' progress threatened by lack of political inclusivity. Nigeria still a crawling giant at 64. This is coming from the CUPP. Federal government approved 122 billion naira investment in 6 indigenous firms for gas infrastructure development. Tinubu swells in CJN reiterates commitment to independence of judiciary. Ayeda Tiwa grants pardon to 117 convicts. The Matrix, huge tax before Kekereekun as CJN unveils vows to prioritize obedience of court orders. Tinubu pledges commitment to independent judiciary. Court bars INEC from releasing voters' register for Rivers local government election. Atiku urges National Assembly to consider 6-year presidential term. Amid hardship, Nigeria celebrates 64th independence. Symbol of national pride, unity now passes with faint enthusiasm. This is coming from the CUPP. Nigerians burdened by broken promises, exploitation, corruption, but don't give up. NLC. IGP assures on watertight security for Nigerians amid protests scare. Sowore says no backing down on protests until demands are met. We must tackle challenges undermining our prosperity, downplay issues dividing us. It's coming from the Senate leader. PDP Atiku lament urges Tinubu to listen to heartbeats of Nigerians. And that's our package on the newspaper review. The morning drive continues. Edna Zagarik is my name. Good morning.